What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back at with more of the Chris Watts videos, and you know what it is time for. It is time for more information, and yes, possibly not reused, but re-looked at kind of information. But a lot of you guys have been wanting me to look into the fire explosion-y type theory, which I definitely have my thoughts and inquiries about this one. That there's an instance where they could have blew up Survey 319, and the evidence is there. To help me with this, we're going to be watching ATS News. Please, guys, go over to her channel, give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. Today is her birthday, so go over to her YouTube channel, give her some love, say happy birthday. But we're going to be watching this explosion theory on her part, because I've heard what I've heard, and I want to see what she puts in there as well. But before we go any further, make sure you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so I do post videos like this one. You guys will get that little ring notification that Zwokey myself has posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you guys so very much for the love and support that you guys show on this channel every single day. I can't thank you guys enough. Keep doing what you guys are doing, and we'll continue to keep growing together. With that being said, again, go over to ATS News, give her some love, subscribe, comment, like, and share. And with that being said, let's get the video.
You mean a lot to me, and I'm glad that you're having a blast.
Boom is what was going to happen. What I was told, or no, not what I was told, my thoughts and ideas was that Survey 319 was scheduled for demolition in September, which was originally, or later on, done in December because of this case. Now, he put Shanann, Bella, Celeste in these tanks / grave on August 13th. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. So, with that being said, a lot of people out there think that Shanann's burial site was temporary, because he would not be able to get her inside the tanks, because the little ones were able to go in there, which is awful to think about regardless. He took out gas tanks out there. Again, there are some believe that Chris was going to self-delete, which I don't see him doing that, because he wanted to start a life with Nichol. So let's continue and see what she says at ATS News.
Site, and I showed him how to light a fire because he's never done it before.
He'd never lit a fire.
No, he's never been camping before. He told me he'd never been camping before. And I was like, well, if you want to go, I'm trying to go to sand dunes. So that's why we went, because he said he'd never done it.
Okay.
So
did you guys visit any, there's not really very much stuff around there.
They went camping. Apparently nude.
The dunes, and then we went and returned the board. And then we went back to the campsite, and we lit a fire, and we ate. And we just hung out by the fire for a few hours and just visited. And then it started raining really hard. So we put everything in the tent and put out the fire, and we went in the tent. And I remember he was like wide awake.
So she can remember that, but she can't remember a 111-minute phone call?
We've been following since it happened. The victims.
This is another explosion. So there's like two different explosion theories. This house was down the street. But then the explosion theory that I'm thinking of too is the Survey 319 one.
Families of a gas explosion in Firestone have settled with Anadarko Petroleum. Erin Martinez and her son Nathan were hurt when their home exploded last April. Her husband Mark Martinez and her brother Joey Irwin died. Anadarko operated the vertical natural gas well that was 200 feet from the Martinez home. Details of the settlement have not been released. In a statement, though, Anadarko again expressed its deepest condolences to the families. The NTSB is still investigating.
Was CW and NK staging a similar explosion like the one a year prior at their company? Was money the motive? I'm telling you, this is going deeper and darker than we originally thought. Guess who was trained and worked in the safety department?
Hi.
Her father. Well, and her father was
But
in there
I can tell you
too.
right now, if I were to text him and just say whatever I needed to say, he would do it.
I think I saw on the video that you put a gas can or something in the back of your truck. Is that right? Did you have different plans for when you put that in there?
I don't know what was going through my head. I felt like maybe I could just get rid of myself at the same time if I was doing all this, honestly.
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
There was no way this man was going to self-delete like that. I'm sorry, but that's not happening. First of all, it's a very painful way to go. Second of all, it was a scapegoat for him to lie about the gas can, because the gas can had a use and a purpose, and he's lying about that. I wholeheartedly believe that Survey 319 was eventually going to look like an accident, an explosion, where they were not going to be able to find Celeste, Bella, and Cece, or Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico, because that explosion would have annihilated their bodies. Nicole Atkinson foiled their plan, because eventually it looked like, oh, they went missing, we can't find them. Well, the explosion happened. If it would have happened at Survey 319, they would have never been found. Just saying, hypothetically, educational and entertainment purposes, this is not factual. It's just a statement that I am claiming. I don't think, we don't know if this happened or not. It's just what I possibly think.
What did you think about that?
I didn't feel like I deserved to live after what had happened.
You had NK to think about, plus the money. You're full of crap.
Was there any thought to the whole family going away that day, to include you?
After everything happened, that's a definite thought.
Yeah. See, it's interesting to me. We had all kind of wondered if there was a point when you were all together and if you were all going to pass together. That to me makes sense.
There's no plan.
That's, even though it sounds crazy, that's what a family man does, right?
Family man doesn't do what he did.
No, I know. I guess what I mean is, it seems like you guys were going to be together forever in that way. Is that maybe what was going through your head?
Honestly, I just...
What bothers me too is they like to fish for the question, but giving him ideas that he could use, and then he runs with it. Like when they sit there and said, how did Tammy put it? Did Shanann do something to the girls? That part for me, I thought was wrong. I know they were trying to get a confession. They're trying to figure it out. But for the longest time, Chris blamed Shanann. And then Cindy blamed Shanann. Because of Shanann would have never, ever, in a million, thousand, infinite number, she would have never hurt her children.
Felt like I didn't deserve to live. I knew it was like whatever judgment I was gonna come upon myself, I just didn't deserve to be on this earth anymore. What happened?
So what made you not do that?
NK?
I think.
I don't know if it was just more of like a, because with the site, maybe it was just more of like I would have hurt more people than just me and everybody else. Like, I know there's other people out there, not like at the site, but other people like maybe out in the area. Like, I didn't want something like on the site to catch fire and blow up, and then other people around would get.
It's funny he says that, because when you look at Survey 319, there's no way for anybody to get hurt around Survey 319. If you looked at the map, there's no way. I'm just saying. So if an explosion happened, yes, it would have been very devastating and huge, but it would have possibly looked like an accident. And Anadarko was already going under. They had to close the business. It didn't help that that family lost their lives, or those two men. But it just started tumbleweeding down, and this could have been what the insurance needed to help each other out. And Darko helped them, or Chris and Nicole, they helped them out at the unfortunate event of the family. But something is in the works, or there was in the works with that company. I'm just saying, it's scary to think about.
Hurt, insane.
So you were thinking initially about starting a fire out there, or an explosion or something, or
Just no, not for that. Just like maybe I could take care of myself. And that would have been it. Gasoline, that's the only thing you do. I mean, I don't have a gun. I don't have anything like that. It's not like you just commit suicide that way. But it's just
The scary thing too is he actually thought about other ways of murdering his family. He doesn't have a gun. He doesn't have weapons. He said something about a knife eventually. Like, he actually thought of other ways to do it.
Blow yourself up.
I mean, it was just I wasn't thinking. Yeah. I don't have weapons. I've never hunted before in my life. I don't know what. I mean, nothing was right that morning.
yeah. I remember you kept telling me that. You kept saying, "I didn't know what I was doing, Tammy. I didn't know." Like,
Yeah, when you asked
I
about
remember.
the sheet, like, what were you doing? Like, I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah. I think you were just like in automatic mode, or
Why was so much evidence left at 319? Did Chris Watts run out of time? Yes. Or did he think evidence would be destroyed by the end of the day? I'm saying eventually by the end of the night things would have changed.
A time before, or was that on the night that it happened?
No, it was probably back in North Carolina.
Oh,
It was just like one of those. It was just a fiery argument that I never even. I don't know if it was just because it separated me and my family pretty much. Because I mean, it happened at the wedding. Like, that's the reason they didn't come to the wedding. I mean, I blew up in my family to a point where I said some horrible things to them back in 2012 that I'll, pretty much told my family that, I don't need them anymore. They're happy. I said, I cussed my mom out. I did all this kind of stuff. I never thought, and I don't know if it was just like trying to coach me on to do it, or if it was just like rage that was like I'd never seen before. And then I don't know if that was just everything that happened in July, but I can't see my kids. I'm not sure if they're ever going to go see them again. I don't know. And it was just like, I don't know if that had something to do with it, that something inside me just triggered it, and then just like all that pins up from the wedding and everything, just like, it's like a long fuse that finally just went to its end.
like I said, they want to see the kids. They just don't know if they could ever, just forgive Shan for everything that happened that day. I guess, I'm not sure, everything that was said that day when they had that argument, but apparently it was like a knockdown, drag out, bomb that went off in there. Pretty hurtful things.
He says a lot. Chris Watts texts Shanann saying he's been in traffic due to a fire or car fire. Coincidence, or is fire on his mind? Google Renegades Jay's song. Lyrics include "Heat me up with your presence." He did a lot of things. Watts Googled for songs, band name Through the Roots, down to earth. When I'm around you, I can feel peace. If I'm ever cold, I can count on you to heat me up with your presence. And at the lowest level, you can make me feel I'm sky high. Other lyrics are quoted by Watts in a card that he wrote. Like I said, telling you, man, this is full of crap here. Did Chris Watts stage this letter to make it appear that Shanann was unpredictable, which would make her show up to his work site seem like she was irritated and unstable or irate. Foiled their plan.
Start with on Sunday. So Sunday would be the 12th.
Yes.
Did you talk to
No,
Chris at all on the 12th?
I didn't speak to him over the weekend. I seen him on Friday.
Seen him on Friday. So that was the last time you saw him before the
Monday.
work week.
Yes.
Okay.
I seen him on Friday, and he'd taken off Friday to take Shanann to the airport for Phoenix.
Okay.
And then he told me he wanted me to look at his Fire Stick that he bought. I said, okay. So
like TV Fire Stick?
Yeah,
okay.
Amazon Fire Stick.
Sure.
So before the workday ended on Friday, he's told me that he'd meet me at the Safeway parking lot there in Fort Lupton. And he showed up in their Lexus, and Bella and Cece were in the back seat. So he jumped out, gave me the Fire Stick, and right after he gave me the Fire Stick, that's whenever Cody called. Cody Roberts, the operator of the Survey 319, and said that he thought there was a leak in the bypass line.
And that's on 319, you said?
Yes, the Survey 319.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because that bypass line is now locked and tagged out because we done that Monday morning.
Okay. Oh, that's yeah.
There's so much to this.
Okay, so Bella
and Cece.
And Cece.
Yeah.
Cece were in the back seat.
Yes, sir.
And was Shanann?
No, sir.
Was she
already
taken
taken her to the airport.
You already took her there?
Yes.
Do you remember about what time this was?
I'm looking back through my text messages I gave you because he told me he was sitting by the 5.0. There was an orange Mustang sitting in the parking lot.
Okay.
And I think it was one of the ladies that, it looked just like the one I used to have.
Okay.
Because I had it red when I was telling you about that earlier.
Yeah.
So, and he's a huge Ford guy because he was a master mechanic.
Yeah, I remember he said something about that.
Sorry.
No problem.
The Fire Stick. I've heard of this, but I didn't look into it.
Chris Watts.
During the Fire Stick meeting up, Chris Walker's coworker receives a call about the leak. Eleanor tries to think of reuse to get Paul out of the house, presenting the opportunity for Chris Watts to volunteer to go to Monday.
305.
Okay.
Is whenever you send me the text message, here parked next to the orange 5.0.
Okay.
So.
And he's driving the white Lexus?
Yes, sir. And Bill and Cece were both in the back. They were buckled up in their car seat. And he had pulled forward in the parking spot, and I pulled back here. And he was talking to me for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes, and you could hear him hollering in there. So he got back in the Lexus, and he backed it up so they could see me. And they waved at me and everything like that.
Okay. All right. And so you have no text conversation, no phone conversation, nothing like that over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday?
No, sir. Nothing.
Okay. So Monday morning.
Okay.
What time do you leave to go to work?
I usually leave my house about 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be here about 6:30?
Here at the office?
Yes.
So did you come straight to the office on,
yes, sir, I did.
on Monday morning?
Anadarko
So
right now.
8:13.
Yeah, and
okay. Was Chris scheduled to go to 319 that morning?
He told me on Friday, whenever.
Watts searched Google for Parikutin volcano. A photo was created in his image file document the temper setting in the refrigerator. A photo of 4 chicken breasts on a barbecue grill. Watts told Cody Roberts, "I have the whip checks for the Survey 629. I'm going to go straight out there from my house in the morning. I will look at 319 as well and run the 1129 if you want." Watts called Sandy Rusek and held a nearly 12-minute conversation. Okay, Roberts replied, "I was going to head out there first thing tomorrow to check out this 319. Did Troy talk to you about what I had found out there Friday afternoon? Watts answered, yep, I was standing right next to him. I was giving him a fire stick to look at. I can go there. Why is this fire stick so important? No sense in both of us going out there, LOL. Was fire stick code or ruse for something between? Oh, it was code name.
We spoke with Cody, because he was right there, because I took the call on Bluetooth because I was parked in the parking lot. Whenever he found out about the leak, he said, I'll go out and look at that thing first thing Monday morning.
What?
Chris said he was going to go out first thing Monday morning.
First thing Monday morning.
And take a look at the 319.
Yes, sir.
This is Troy at 6:15.
To try to verify that, whether or not that line was...
He was showing a car, pipeline fire something, in June. What?
Leaking or not.
That's the black version of Shenan's car, isn't it?
I believe he called Cody, and when I talked to Cody, he called Cody on Friday or Sunday at 5 p.m. and told him that he was going to head out to survey first thing Monday morning.
He knows about the
I can step out if you feel more comfortable.
Oh, no, I mean, what, I
Okay,
don't know, whatever.
You tell me.
He had a fire stick. He kept talking about, you know what a fire stick is?
Why is she bringing up the fire stick? Is she fishing to see what they know about the ruse or the code word?
Okay, you probably do, since you're a tech guy. They're like...
Oh, you mean like Amazon Fire Stick?
Yeah. Okay, so he didn't have it in his possession, but on Saturday...
Chris?
Yes. So Chris mentioned to me that on Saturday, that same day, because this kind of went hand in hand with the whole, like, apartment talk, because I was like... that apartment that he said he found, he was like... I was like, what's it called? And he's like, I don't remember. And I was like, well, how much is it? He's like, it's close to $1,100. And I was really taken back by that because I pay more than that, and I don't really have that nice of a place, and it's not a 2-bedroom. It's a 1. So that part kind of seemed odd to me, but I'd seen a few things online that were kind of cheap, and I was just like, all right. And he's like, I'm just trying to cut costs. And I was like, that's cool. I was like, how else are you doing that? And it was just out of curiosity. And he's like, well, I decided to get rid of cable. And I was like, okay. And I was kind of taken back by that too, because he loves sports. Dude, like, lives and breathes
fire
football.
stick, and then she just completely goes off of it.
I was like, okay. And I was like, that's a good cost to, to cut back on. And he was like, yeah, I think I can still stream sports via a fire stick. And I've heard of those things before. I don't really know a lot about them.
Why is this matter?
But he was saying that he had a buddy working on it already for him.
Troy.
Who's the buddy?
He didn't say, I didn't ask.
Why do you think that's important?
That he had all that set up? I don't know. I mean, it made me believe
that he was ready to move out? Is that...
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, like he was prepping. It still sounded like he was prepping. I mean, everything he did sounded like he was getting ready for everything to happen.
What? If they made it appear Shanann drove to survey to talk to Chris, was the explosion going to go off then? What qualifies as a wrongful death lawsuit? Wrongful death claims that brought against a defendant who has caused someone's death either through negligence or as a result of someone's intentional act. Wrongful death claims allow the estate and or those closest to a deceased person to file a lawsuit against the party who is legally liable for the death. Was Chris setting up a lawsuit against their workplace? Like, my mind right now is that emoji. What the crap? This is why you guys want me to look into those interviews with Troy, the friend. If you guys want me to do that, let me know. The lawsuit began in 2018. A home explosion in Firestone on April 17th, so that would have been April, May, June, July, August, 5 months before they were murdered. A home explosion in Firestone on April 17th killed 2 and sent 2 people to the hospital in Frederick's Firestone Fire Protection District. Chief Ted Polozwak, I can't pronounce that, blamed the blast on an odorless gas that seeped from a severed 1-inch pipeline into French drains and a sump pit. Anadarko Petroleum Corps has reached a settlement agreement with the families of the victims and survivors of last year's deadly explosion in Firestone that was blamed on the uncapped flow line operated by the company. Wow. So he was going to try and get some money from this. Even more money. Like I always say, it's money, power, and sex. Fame. Like, it's ridiculously stupid how that is. Or I should say booty, Google searches volcano spewing lava and smoke. Explosion on the mind? Wow. Has Shanann showed up in the Lexus, Chris Watts could make it appear she'd been there during the time of the accidental explosion, then he'd sue his workplace for lack of safety measures taken. Someone confirms that. Wow. One more fire reference. Why was there a lighter in the passenger door panel? Chris Watts did not smoke and was the only one allowed in work truck. Cigarette lighter from passenger side door panel. So did they fingerprint it? Did they see whose fingerprints were on there? Did the explosion plan get ruined because of NA showed up? Was Chris also locked out of Shanann's phone because of she changed the password? This is almost scary. But this is scary.
But I can tell you right now, if I were to text him and just say whatever I needed to say, so.
Like, if I could put an explosion, boom! Like, that scares me how much that could be possibility. What do you guys think? Please, guys, comment your guys' thoughts down below. Please like this video, obviously, for the reasons of the justice that we will hopefully one day see, of 100% justice, that NK will be brought forth and hopefully questioned properly so we can see if she's innocent or guilty. Now, you guys have been obviously wanting me to look more into this explosion theory, which I can definitely look more into. But the Troy one, I would like to look into that one as well, because you guys stated that the friend thing of Troy and Chris Watts was definitely something of a concern as well. If you guys want me to do that, comment below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my reaction. Please have a safe and great night, and we will see you guys in the next video. So please take care, keep it safe, and as always, keep nerding on, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.